The Amex Stadium was buzzing. Brighton and Newcastle, two teams with European aspirations, locked horns in a crucial Premier League clash. The tension was palpable. Neither side could afford a loss. Brighton, with their fluid passing, looked to exploit Newcastle's high line. Newcastle, on the other hand, aimed to dominate possession and leverage their attacking prowess. It promised to be a fascinating tactical battle. The opening exchanges were cagey. Both teams probed for an opening. The first real chance fell to Newcastle's Harvey Barnes. His powerful shot, however, was expertly tipped over the bar by the agile Brighton goalkeeper Bart Verbruggen. Minutes later, Jacob Murphy found himself in a promising position. He couldn't quite direct his header on target. The match was finely balanced. A moment of brilliance could swing the momentum. As the half wore on, Brighton started to assert themselves. Their quick passing and movement were causing problems for the Newcastle defence. Newcastle, though, looked dangerous on the counter-attack. The Magpies' pacey forwards were always looking to exploit any space behind the Brighton backline. The first half ended goalless. The tension, however, continued to build. The second half promised to be a nail-biting affair. The second half began with renewed intensity. Both teams knew that a goal could prove decisive. It was Brighton who struck first. In the 28th minute, a swift counter-attack saw the ball fall to Yankuba Minteh. The former Newcastle winger had a point to prove. He cut inside onto his left foot, leaving Dan Burn in his wake. His shot took a wicked deflection, wrong-footing Nick Pope in the Newcastle goal. The Amex erupted. Minteh, clearly emotional, wheeled away in celebration. He had come back to haunt his former club. The goal injected even more urgency into the game. Newcastle, now trailing, threw men forward in search of an equaliser. Brighton, sensing an opportunity to exploit the spaces left behind, continued to press on the counter. The match was on a knife edge. Both teams had chances to score. Brighton's Simon Adingra was proving a constant threat down the left flank. Newcastle, led by the creative Bruno Guimaraes, kept probing for a way through the resolute Brighton defence. The tension was almost unbearable. The game was heading towards a dramatic finale. The closing stages of the match were dominated by VAR drama. Newcastle, desperate for an equaliser, were awarded 2 penalties in quick succession. The first, for a challenge on Anthony Gordon by Tariq Lamptey, was overturned after a VAR review showed the foul had occurred outside the box. The second penalty, awarded for a foul on Joe Willock, was also overturned. This time, VAR adjudged Willock to have dived. The Amex Stadium was a cauldron of noise. Brighton fans were incensed by the penalty decisions. Newcastle fans, on the other hand, felt hard done by. The tension reached fever pitch when, with just minutes remaining, Newcastle were awarded a third penalty. This time there was no doubt. Yacine Ayari was adjudged to have handled the ball inside the area. VAR confirmed the decision. Alexander Isak stepped up to take the penalty. Isak, Newcastle's top scorer, kept his cool. He sent Verbruggen the wrong way, slotting the ball into the bottom corner. The Newcastle fans erupted in celebration. It was a dramatic late equaliser. Brighton, however, were left to rue the penalty decision. They had defended resolutely for much of the game, but were denied a valuable victory. The final whistle blew after a frantic few minutes of added time. The match finished 1-1. It was a result that did little for either team's European aspirations. Newcastle remained in 4th place, just 3 points ahead of 5th-placed Chelsea. Brighton, meanwhile, stayed in 10th. The draw, however, had taken its toll on both sides. The race for European football was going down to the wire.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got more match reactions and tactical deep dives coming all week. You know the drill. Stay locked in, and I'll see y'all in the next one.